Welcome to your nature walk meditation. Today I will guide you through a visualization, a simple walk through nature. Simply make yourself comfortable, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths to center yourself in the present moment. You have arrived at the trailhead. Walking along a stone pathway that leads to a cabin with information about the trail. You see a map that shows the trail curving and winding through a rocky scenery. You will pass by a waterfall and loop back around to the beginning of your journey. Make your way to the trail now and begin to hear the nature around you. Birds flying overhead, chirping, enjoying their life in nature. The stone pathway continues for a while. You can feel it below your feet, hard and rocky. Up ahead, there's a boardwalk built out into a swamp. You can feel your feet stepping on the boards. You can see that the water is brown and muggy, but this is a place of life. There are bog plants growing everywhere. Nature is thriving. As you walk along the boardwalk, floating above the swamp, you notice that the water is becoming clearer. You are heading to a small creek, and the water is rushing by. The boardwalk ends, and it becomes ground under your feet. Making sure you do not trip on any roots, you continue walking deeper into the woods. The sound of the creek is going into the distance now as you make your way through the trees. It is a warm day, perhaps spring or summer. All of the forest leaves have flushed out into their beautiful green color. Besides the trail weaving through the nature, you are surrounded by green. You can look up and see that the blue sky is peeking through the trees. As you curve around, you notice little ferns at your feet. They are thriving in the shade of the forest. The wind is gently blowing, and you can hear it rustling the leaves around you. Up ahead, it appears you are coming to the creek once again. You notice that there is a giant tree that has fallen across the creek. The tree has fallen perfectly for you to make it across the water without getting wet. Imagine that you're stepping on that great big tree now, and you can feel it below your feet. Carefully, one step after another, you begin crossing the water. You stop halfway along the tree to enjoy this moment in pure nature. continue across the tree with careful steps. You are a bit grateful when you make it on ground again. Your foot is steady on the earth. You are walking up the mountain again and feeling the beauty of this moment. You hear some rustling in the leaves nearby, and you stop to look. In the distance, you see a deer. She has noticed you and is looking in your direction. You notice that she has a strong buck standing next to her. His horns are great, towering high above his head. As you look more carefully, you see that they have two twin fawns close by, red and brown with white spots on their back. You are grateful for this moment you are sharing with the deer family. The family continues on their way, looking through the leaves for things to eat. And you also continue walking along the nature path, excited for what you will find. In front of you, some stairs have been built, for the grade is so sharp that you need some help walking up this mountainside. Taking one step after the other on the wooden stairs through the woods, climbing higher and higher. The air is becoming crisp and cooler because you are gaining elevation. You notice that the higher up the mountain you get, the brighter that the sun shines through the leaves. It's almost as if you are climbing closer to the sun. You have made your way to the peak of the mountain. There is a clearing here, no trees around you, almost like a meadow on top of a mountain. The warm sun is kissing your skin, and you can see a great distance. In every direction, 360 degrees, you can see far off into the distance. It's almost as if the land has been covered with a green blanket. Rolling hills meet the beautiful blue sky. Imagine that you can just have a seat in the grass to enjoy this moment. In the distance, you spot that a bird is flying your way. The bird swoops down and lands right beside you in the green grass. It is an eagle. He has a yellow beak, a white head, and a brown body. You notice his yellow talons, giant feet, and he looks at you right in the eye. You share a moment of silence together, and you might hear a message from the eagle. Just listen carefully. It's almost as if the eagle smiles at you and then takes off again, soaring high into the sky. It is time to make your way back down the mountain, just the way you came. You notice those wooden stairs going back down the mountain. You are in the forest now, surrounded again by those green leaves. Every step you make is taking you closer to where you began. You make your way to that familiar tree that has fallen across the creek. You step onto the tree just as you did before, carefully taking your steps onto the other side of the water. Walking along the earth again, it feels good to be this connected with nature. Up ahead is that boardwalk again that crossed over the swamp. This time as you are walking, you notice that there are 3 turtles stretched out upon a log. They are taking a moment to become dry after swimming all day in their swamp. It seems that each of the 3 turtles looks at you, and you begin to grin back at them. Continue walking along the boardwalk. You see up ahead that stone pathway. Stepping onto it, notice the hard rock beneath your feet. You are almost back to the beginning of the trailhead. You see the cabin up ahead, and you know where the map is. Make your way over to the map and look at the trail that you took that led you to the top of the mountain and back down. You remember your moment with the eagle. What was that message that he shared with you today? Perhaps this is something that is meaningful to you now in your life. Or maybe it will be meaningful for you in the future. Either way, you will remember this session for a long time. There is a water fountain made of stone attached to the cabin, and you are thirsty after your long walk. Make your way over to the fountain, and you see the words inscribed in stone, "Fresh spring water." You press the button with your thumb, and water comes out. It is glistening in the sun. It looks so fresh and so clean. Imagine that you can bend down and taste the fresh spring water. You can feel it travel down your throat and into your stomach. Water is life, and we must respect it, always giving our body clean, fresh water that it deserves. To finish your meditation, open your eyes and look at your surroundings. Though you haven't moved, you've gone on a long journey in your mind through nature. Give your body a stretch. And when you rise from this meditation, go and get that clean, fresh glass of water. It has been a joy guiding you.